Tim,
What's up?
we gotta work.
Fuck you.
Welcome to another episode of Drinkin' Dragons. This month we're in San Diego at Mission Brewery. Wow! I'm Eric, I've got Tyler and Tim with me.
Hey everyone.
And this month we've got the lead brewer of Mission, Bobby. You're a lead brewer, but that's not a brewmaster.
Yeah, brewmaster's kind of the tippy top. Everyone who starts home brewing or anything tries to get their foot in the door to become a brewer one day, but you kind of go through the ranks in a sense and do a lot of grunt work first.
Climb the corporate ladder.
Exactly. And
Less than corporate.
Yeah, like hey, go clean up that puke in the bathroom.
That's fair. You know that
Yeah,
happens.
brewmaster is the guy who's really running the show. He's
Yeah.
got the vision of the the beers we're making.
He has a taste buds.
He has a taste buds. Yeah, he's the one making the recipes. As a lead brewer or head brewer, whatever you want to call it, I just basically bug him enough about something. And he finally ends up listening. He's like, "All right, we can brew that. We get together. We make a recipe."
Geek out sessions about beer. You just talk about
Yeah.
how everything's doing,
Yeah.
what's good, what do you want to do next.
Yeah, we both love beer.
It's good for this line of business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rad. It's definitely a plus. But yeah, I try beers all the time from, everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone hits a plateau at a certain point. They're like, "Oh, I don't drink pilsners,"
Yeah.
or "I don't drink lagers," or this or that. But you
Two
eventually,
I do not like. That's good.
yeah, you eventually get over that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you learn to appreciate every beer.
For what
For exactly what it is.
You know-
you don't drink a beer and say, "Oh, that doesn't taste like this beer." It's like, well, it's not
Not
that
that
beer.
beer.
Exactly.
I'm just kind of stuck on like halves, porters, and stouts. Those are like my three just favorites. So I think like you kind of get like the way different, weirder flavors from like craft breweries and stuff like that. But that's just me though.
Yeah, I would say yeast is probably the single most important element in beer because that's what makes it that beer.
Sure.
And you get these things called esters, which are basically just flavors from yeast, but like in a half, all that banana clove you're tasting is from the yeast. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Rather than like a clean lager yeast or something like that that's just very crisp, refreshing.
Yeah.
You don't get all that lingering dry bitterness or anything.
You guys have a pretty healthy seasonal list that you serve here. What kind of batches do you do to test those? Because if you've never done the recipe before, I gotta imagine you want to try it before
Yeah.
you sell it.
So seasonals are more like R&D beers. That's where I'm like, "Hey John, like let's make a Goza." And he's like, "All right, cool. What do you want to put in it?" Goza is similar to Berliner Rice. It's basically a sour wheat beer, only it's got coriander and sea salt. So we
Sea
just
salt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
which
didn't
is
know
kind of a
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so
Now
some,
you know.
some are a lot saltier than others. It's just balance. And with beer, the hardest part is consistency.
Yeah.
But the beers we make, it's more like, what do I feel like putting in the kegerator this weekend? You know what I mean? What do I
Yeah.
feel like drinking because it's hot out or whatever? So
Yeah.
we get together and we just come up with some rad recipes.
Very cool.
So how often are you guys doing something new? Some different seasonal that you haven't tried before?
It's a 30-barrel brew house. The unit of measurement in a brewery is 1 barrel. One barrel is 31 gallons. So it's a 30-barrel brew house. We have 6 60 barrels, 10 90-barrel fermenters, 2 50s, and 2 7-barrel fermenters. So the
Wow.
sevens,
Wow.
as soon as they're empty, we brew a new batch of something
Wow.
cool in it. So
It's awesome.
it's all the time. So it's like pumping out core beers, and then it's like, all right, the 7 barrel's empty. What are we gonna do? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So every couple of weeks you're
free
testing
for all.
out something new?
Yeah.
Cool.
For the most part. Yeah, grain to glass, it's about 3.5 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty fast.
What kind of flavoring do you like to kind of play with mostly? Because I see like a lot of orange up there. Well,
Yeah, we get this puree from Oregon, and it's like real fruit. Like John and I are like about extracts, so we like to use a lot of real fruit. But we got some blood orange recently, and we've just kind of been toying around with that. We've done like a raspberry wheat before. John's done that for years, even before I was here. And we did the peach Goza. We did a hoppy imperial wheat with blood orange.
Ooh.
Last week we just did a porter with orange zest, blood orange, and vanilla.
Yes,
Oh.
I'm trying that
So-
today.
How long have you guys been around?
So the brewery originally was off of Washington down by the airport in 1913. That's when it opened.
Oh.
And it was the very first brewery in San Diego, but it closed because of Prohibition.
Right.
And then we reopened here in 2007.
Wow.
So this
Oh,
is,
wow.
So this is the old Wonder Bread building. Like I'm pretty sure this is where one of the stacks was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they kind of just
Hey,
they
Wonder
get-
Bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of rad. A lot of history here.
All right, so I think the next thing is to try some beer, right?
Right on. All right. First beer is
Uh-oh.
this is our Plunder IPA. This is our new. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Sorry.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
I can smell the hops from
Too
here.
soon, bro.
I'm surprised it was you and not me.
It's always me.
So this is our new like premium core IPA. It's called Plunder.
Okay.
It's made with 9 different kinds of hops.
Whoa.
This is the super rad tap handle we have for it.
awesome.
You can probably actually kill somebody with.
Mine now.
Cheers with your
Cheers.
with your left hand.
Oh.
Because
I'm a lefty.
it's closer to your heart. That's the proper way to cheers.
I like that.
Now you can smell.
Now we know.
So many hops.
What are you getting there?
Very floral,
Yeah.
but there's something else there. It's not
Yeah, okay.
just hops.
Agitate it. So wear these fancy glasses.
Is it grapefruit?
Yeah, dude, grapefruit.
Oh, I got one.
There's
Yeah.
something. There's something spicy though.
There's a lot of tropical fruit in it. I mean, mango, pineapple.
Yeah.
I don't have
grapefruit.
mango
Yeah.
like ever, so I can't really smell it.
I love mango. So like I said, it's got 9 different kinds of hops.
That's glorious.
We use whole cone and the whirlpool, which is the actual whole cone hops.
Yeah.
We also use some Simcoe extract, which is basically like the hash of hops. It's
Yeah.
just concentrated. It's just in this gnarly resinous.
High in alpha acids.
Yeah.
What's
It's
the-
not overly bitter for how many hops are in
Now I'm pretty stoked on how the malt came out too. The malt backbone, it kind of balances everything out.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
doesn't
really
leave it
well.
just like, oh, this is just a palate wrecker of an
Yeah.
IPA. You
No,
know?
Yeah.
it's it.
It's about 88 IBUs and about 7%.
And you find that with lots of craft beers that people just go hop crazy,
Yeah.
and the 160 IBUs, and it's like okay.
I mean,
At that point, you can't even taste
yeah,
it.
there's a
though.
threshold. Like once you hit 95 to 100 IBUs, your mouth can't tell the difference. It just
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
that it's bitter.
Well, for me, I don't like hops like ever. Like I always complain about hops. I like this one though.
He complains about a lot of things.
Hops in London.
I would
How
drink
much
this.
alcohol content?
7.
7? Doesn't taste like it. It goes down really smooth.
Yeah,
If I had a porch, I would drink this on a porch.
right on.
Yeah,
Be a good place to drink a beer.
that's good. That's true.
One
I just
day,
wish I had
Seabreeze
one now.
coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, someday we'll have a porch.
One day.
fingers crossed.
And this is one of your. You said this is one of your new mainstays.
Yeah,
Plunder?
Plunder IPA is what it's called.
So good.
It's mine now.
All right, this next beer is one of our flagship beers. It's a Dark Seas. It's a big Russian Imperial Stout at just about 10%. Yeah,
It's beefy.
so it's a big beer. Cheers, left hand.
Cheers.
There you go.
Cheers.
You're
It's good because that's my dominant hand. Oh. There we go.
In Europe, they have a
Smells.
superstition that you have to, after you cheers,
Yeah,
you have to look.
everyone in the eyes.
Otherwise,
That's
you'll
hard
have
for me.
7 years of bad sex.
Yeah,
But oh shit.
that's not a thing for me.
This is creamy. I love this.
Sexy beer.
That's
Yeah.
right. It's chocolatey,
Silky,
right? Little-
silky smooth, velvety. Oh, definitely chocolatey.
Yeah.
A little bit of heat from that
Something
9%, but
Ooh.
just a big, chewy, viscous, I mean, dark beer.
This
like
is
a-
the Russian stout.
Yeah.
But you could have this
man.
for lunch. Just
This specific beer, we have a 30-barrel brew house. We have to basically only brew 15 barrels at a time.
Wow.
So we fill the mash tun up to literally to the brim
Oh.
with grain. Let it sit for 90 minutes because you're basically letting all those starches convert to sugars.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then pulling it through the grate, through the heat, and then into the kettle. And you only draw 15 barrels and you stop, and you let it sit. You got to bring it to 180, so everything dies off,
Yeah.
anything that's in there, but nothing ever gets in there. Then grain out, and then refill it back up,
Wow.
and then draw off to another 15 barrels to finally have 30.
Oh wow.
Because it's such a big beer. It's not.
But it keeps setting.
Yeah,
there.
it's not the easiest beer to make. It's a big, robust, big.
Well,
beer.
it's
But it
definitely
is.
worth it. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so it's a rad beer.
So no, Eric's not a huge fan
I'm
of
not.
stouts.
I'm loving the hell out of this.
Exactly.
I love stouts, man.
This last beer is more of an R&D beer, seasonal is what it says on the board. This is one of those beers that I kind of bug John about. I'm like, hey, dude, let's do this. 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 So he was like, all right.
After
He's
the
like, all right, we can do
71st,
it.
yeah.
All right, we can do it. So this is a
3
It's
years
a-
later.
it's a peach goza. Goza is basically, like I said before, it's like a sour wheat beer. Only it has to have the additions of coriander and sea salt.
Okay.
And we decided to throw some peaches in there. Eye contact, eye contact, eye contact, eye contact.
Ooh. Oh wait.
It's so sour.
Yeah, I can sense its presence.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Yeah,
Smell
so
the sour
this one
notes.
had the addition of
Warhead.
lactobacillus, which is good bacteria. It's found in yogurt. It's good for your tummy. But
Make you poop?
basically, what lacto does to beer, it eats sugars and converts them into lactic acid.
Oh.
So instead of like brewers yeast converting sugars into alcohol, this makes it sour.
Interesting.
Okay. And it can convert sugars that the brewer's yeast typically couldn't grab, right?
Yeah, or,
That's a little bit
or
more.
also like unfermentables.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like a liquid. It's like a liquid warhead.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Good.
so
Good.
it's
Love
tart.
it.
So pretty tart.
Yeah,
I love
I'm very pleased on how tart it came out because
This is awesome.
everyone has their just like all beer. Everyone's got their different rendition of the style, and some of them I've tried and it's like, oh, it goes cool, and it's like not very tart. But
Yeah.
personally, I'm big on a tart. If you're gonna make a sour beer, then
Yeah.
Make a
make
sour.
a sour beer. You know
Make
what
a
I
sour
mean?
beer.
So I'm really pleased on how it came out. The peaches are subtle. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh, you're drinking a peach beer.
It's
You know
not
what I mean?
crazy sweet. It's still very much that subtle flavor.
Yeah,
Or that,
exactly.
that sour flavor.
It kind of hits me in waves though. Like I start with the fruit, and then the sour builds and builds, and then it's there.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's so tart, but not like in a bad way.
Yeah, but it's not immediately.
No.
You know, you get a chance to feel it out and experience a whole
It's
spectrum of
it's
flavor.
very effervescent.
Like I want to say that
So
that I can taste the salt, but I'm really not sure. I really
So
have
yeah,
no
so
idea.
that's another thing with gozas is people go way too heavy on the salt, where
Yeah.
it's like you're drinking a glass of salt water, and it's just unappealing.
Yeah.
So we hit it right on the head as far as
Yeah.
how much to use
Yeah.
of a little bit of everything.
It's good.
It's very rad
Well,
beer.
seems
It's
like
not,
really
it's
good.
not something you see everywhere.
No,
yeah.
absolutely not.
For me, like with cooking, 'cause I know, brewing beer and cooking they're different, but kind of.
They're kind of the same.
Yeah, kind of the same. But
yeah.
the thing is, you would use salt to like if something is a little too strong, you can add salt, and it helps blend the other flavors. So the sea salt would do is also help blend with the peach, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it has to be sea
Thank you.
salt. It can't
Yeah.
be kosher iodized salt.
Tyler for the
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's. I don't think it has to be sea salt, but that's.
Traditionally.
All right, so we like to end every episode with a geeky question. Geeky questions for geeky people. So we change it up every time, and because we're at a place called Mission Brewery, we like to change it up a little bit more. So imagine, if you will, you're being sucked through a portal in time. You're Ash at the end of Evil Dead 2. It's happening. You're going through. You can't stop it. But on the other side, you see Sebastian Vizcaino is coming into San Diego Harbor.
Your Spanish pronunciation is just.
I know. I'm
Do I
so
look Spanish? You know what I meant. Anyway, he's coming to the harbor to create the mission and to colonize San Diego largely.
Fucking gringo.
You can take one item with you. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be something that you can grab right here, but you only get one thing and then the clothes on your back. What do you do?
I don't know. One thing I cannot leave the house without is a knife. I feel like, I don't know, I'm sure I can find one somewhere eventually, but that's one thing if I leave, I feel butt naked if I leave the house without a knife. I'm like,
Exactly.
I gotta go back. I don't have my knife. It's just 'cause I'm so used to always having one. And
I have like a couple stashed in my car, my wife's car, and
yeah,
everything.
if I forget one, I have like an extra one in my wife's purse. I'm like, wait,
Exactly.
I don't have
underneath
my
my
knife.
hat.
I need my backup. Yeah, so probably a knife.
That's fair.
I don't.
I'd either want to bring. I'd probably bring my iPad. And then after, even though
You're not gonna have any.
and that's the problem. No, I have a bunch of movies saved on my iPad, so I can
But
watch
how
the
would you
movies.
charge it? How would
That's
you?
the problem. Once I ran out of battery, I'd probably just kill myself
You
because
gotta-
I wouldn't know what to do.
You gotta find the colonial Doc Brown.
I know.
Hook up, for lightning strikes.
I
to the
would,
bell
I would,
tower.
no, I would get, I'd make myself a bicycle and just start.
My initial one, was gonna be the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book, just to have it because it's always a fun read.
Just to confuse the archaeologists that find your body.
Right? Exactly. But you know what? Now, after seeing that thing, though, I think I might just I want that again. Actually, it's really
You
cool.
just want to hold it.
I do. It's so awesome. Just take this. This thing's awesome. I want this. God! And no, they'll be even more confused. They'll be like, whoa.
I was gonna choose my knife because I feel naked. I feel wrong without it. But I think actually the thing that I'd probably grab would be a spare pair of my boots because I'm gonna
That'd
miss.
be wise.
I'm
yeah.
gonna miss those
Footwear,
really
dude.
soon.
Ooh. You have
Yeah.
a lot of pairs of Nikes. That's a good one.
You only get one of
Bring
those
some
Nikes.
Yeah, no shit. Huh?
That's all we've got for this episode of Drinking Dragon at Mission Brewery. Special thanks to Bobby, the lead brewer, for talking to us. Come down to San Diego, check it out, drink their beer. It is fantastic. You will not be disappointed. Stay thirsty and keep drinking. Thanks for watching our video today. Make sure to like and subscribe down below to check out all of our other offerings and watch all of our other videos that we have as well. Also check out our website, thegrandgeekgathering.com. Have a great week and GGG.
Think geek, drink geek.
Yeah, Think Geek is like a copyright.
I know.